and that it ended about 4 months ago. Petraeus has insisted to them that he had an affair with just one woman.
Bill Clinton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tiger Woods, and now David Petraeus, the former CIA director, joins a list of unfaithful men in high places, which raises the question, why do powerful men cheat, especially when the stakes are so high? We're joined now by Andrea. She is a relationship expert and the author of Cheat on Your Husband with Your Husband, and she is joining us from New York. Andrea, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So you say there are a number of reasons men cheat, four in fact. Can you just quickly go over what they are?
Absolutely. Well, I think the first obvious one is access and opportunity. Powerful men, and women for that matter, have access to a lot of people. They're meeting a lot of people, and people who admire them, who want to be around them, who make them feel good, and who, frankly, are attracted to them. A lot of women are attracted to powerful men, so access is definitely a factor.
Okay. What else?
Ego and entitlement, I would cite as definitely a factor with powerful men. So to have a powerful job, in a sense, you really need to have a strong sense of self. You have to be driven. You have to be a risk taker. And sometimes you may have an inflated sense of yourself when you're in these power positions. You don't necessarily think of the consequences. There's some kind of entitlement that you can get away with a lot more. So that's definitely a factor as well.
And probably everyone in your circle is telling you that you're the greatest and no one wants to disagree with you, and so you lose that sense of reality. And the last thing you say is vulnerability, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, vulnerability. Now, it sounds like I'm contradicting myself with the other factors I mentioned, but in fact, all of us, it's just a basic human need. All of us want to connect in a real way and be our authentic selves and be vulnerable. And when you're the director of the CIA, certainly that is not a quality that's rewarded. So it's not surprising that he connected with his biographer, someone he shared his deepest feelings, his personal history with. Vulnerability is a factor.
And a lot of people are talking about this everywhere I go, even in this newsroom. People are discussing it. And I'm thinking about the title of your book. And I'm thinking, maybe he just wasn't happy in his marriage, so he's not going to cheat on his wife with his wife. Is that a possibility?
It is a possibility. Listen, we don't really know what's happening behind closed doors. A lot of times cheaters, not just powerful people cheaters across the board report that they don't feel they have attention and approval at home. Now, whether or not that was the case with Petraeus and his family, I don't know. But I think it is definitely a factor also that he was probably away from home a lot. Powerful people tend to put their work first, and they don't necessarily put their wives or their relationships as top priority, and that will affect your marriage all the time.
So sure. They may have different reasons or different motivations for cheating than the average person then.
I think so, but I think cheating affects everybody. So it's not just access and opportunity that powerful people have. And it's definitely not just men. Record numbers of women are reporting cheating these days.
And I think that's a valid point. And let me ask you as well, is there a way to cheat-proof your relationship?
Cheat-proof your relationship, I mean, the best thing you can do, and I'll never say there's one blanket approach for everything, but you have to prioritize your relationship. I think marriage is a choice you make every day, and you have to make that conscious choice to dedicate time, effort, and respect to your marriage, or it's very easy to fall apart.
Andrea, the book is called Cheat on Your Husband with Your Husband. Thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, the snow has